Hey guys, welcome to
Shut
the new
up!
episode
What
of
is
AniPod.
that I hear? What is that I hear? Is that a shitty voice that I hear? Because I heard it from all the way across the room. And let me say, it was awful. Do not do the intro. I got this. Hey guys, it's Glen. Back on the AniPods. That stands for Anime Podcast, if you didn't know. It is clever. And we are going to talk about anime. That guy you just heard, he's gone. Bad voice. Don't want to ever hear it again. Callum, your voice isn't as good. It's not. It's like it's all right. So, upcoming anime. I think that's what we're going to talk about this time. Season's kind of like only 15 away at this point, because I think Hero Academia Season 2 is airing pretty early.
15 days for...
Well, don't make it that obvious. You're on AniChart,
Attack on Titan. Okay. Oh, yeah. Look, I always like to put a pause before it, as if, I'm thinking.
All right, so I'm sorry about that, Matt. What's up?
Can I come back now?
Yeah, you're okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Matt,
Sure.
what are you looking forward...
Everyone say hi to Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Hi guys. So,
Matt, what are you looking forward to the most? Because I definitely know it's not Hero Academia Season 2.
oh fuck no, definitely
Let's
not.
save that for later. Let's not start the podcast out with this. I don't want to hear it.
I guess let's start with Arrow Manga Sensei.
Yeah!
Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh, Callum, you shut your face.
Come on. Aremo was both you and my first anime?
Yeah, yes, to an extent. It was the first anime that I was watching, as I was getting properly into anime. I'd watched, Hunter x Hunter 1999 and stuff.
Yeah, nice story. But this
Thanks.
is the sequel, you know?
It's
This
not
is the romantic
It's not the sequel.
sequel.
I've read the manga
New
to this.
sibling romantic comedy.
I've read the novels.
It's also from this guy Ryohei Takashita.
He's from Dokukobo, I believe, right?
Yeah, but I haven't.
I think he directed something at Dokukobo, or at least he
Wasn't
worked there. I think so. I'm not entirely 100%, but he is from Dokukobo, and I know he was having difficulties with Iromanga Sensei. He literally asked on Twitter if there are any experienced animators out there. We need them on this project, and we will. Didn't really say we'll pay you more, but
I don't think that's too bizarre, though, because he kind of worked on Yozakura, and it kind of seems like he's in with the bringing on WebGen people. So I hope that's not out of desperation and more out of wanting to kind of spread the net in regards to WebGen, new animators who aren't in the industry yet. Hopefully, the
PV doesn't show any sort of faulty thing, but that production problems don't really show themselves in the first couple episodes. If they do, then, well... that's not even that's just the production in general at that point. Not even a production problem. He is mostly from Dokukobo, I'm pretty sure, and I think the difference between Iromanga Sensei and him going there to direct at A1 is the difference at A1 is they have a lot of projects that all rely on different freelancers, so he was having difficulties finding people because they're already attached to so many other projects. Well, at Dokukobo, there are always people ready to work for Dokukobo specifically as freelancers, so I think that's where a lot of the issues have come from. But Iromanga Sensei itself, motherfucker, it's good. From the people or the person who brought you fucking your sister, he brings you this spring season fucking your sister again, I guess. Out April 9th.
But this time she's cuter, not Kirino. So it's all good.
Fuck you!
Fuck you!
Right girl won.
No.
Okay, right girl did win. I don't agree with that. I just hate that all of us all agree on Kiraneko, so we can't have any sort of argument about it.
I think even he deep down was
no.
Yeah, Kiraneko should have won.
No, he wanted to go for Kiraneko, but he knew he couldn't, so he had to back away from
He
that.
wanted some of that Emoto. Never mind. Arimo is a good show, though. Real talk. And I'm actually really looking forward to this. I wouldn't call the novels particularly different from, Arimo in any sense. But He's so profoundly good at making you want to fuck your sister. Like, non-jokingly, his series are always about, like, goofy, likable people and fucking your sister.
and yeah.
It just has really upbeat execution to, like, all of those rom-com staples that you know, and you may not love them, but it works, and I like it.
Kind of. It's got so many bits that I like out of it, and that it was the same with RCAnime, although I liked RCAnime more than I like Eromanga Sensei, where it's got all of these cool factors and cool things going on, but then just the incest gets to the way, and it's like,
oh, come
fucking
on, man.
stop.
You know, you love it.
Are there, like, the incest is the whole point of it.
Well, it's not the whole point of it, because there's other
God
bits.
bless.
I like how you were talking about Ramo having really cool stuff, like it's like Gundam Build Fighters or
Yeah,
something.
that's the only word in my dictionary. It's just cool, trendy.
Man, when Kirino was just waking Kyosuke up and he just saw her and her hair wasn't blonde, it was so cool.
That was really cool. A cool
That
moment.
dream sequence was so cool.
Hip and trendy.
I hope you're proud of that vocabulary. I don't have much more to say besides that, but, like, a cool show that will be existing again, Bahamut. Not the harem one, like Virgin Soul, Shingeki no Bahamut. It is a second season, yeah, it's a sequel. Like, that was a really, actually cool show. Like, cool is a word I don't like to use much, because, like, I don't know. I'm not as cool as Callum. I can't use it as good as you.
Yep.
I can't use cool.
So what Bahamut show?
Did you not watch the first Bahamut?
Is what the wait Shingeki no Bahamut?
Yeah, Shingeki no Bahamut. I thought you watched it.
Oh, okay. I thought yeah.
That show had a really strong production for the most part, and this one doesn't look to be much different. Although this one is 2 so it's probably fucked at some point.
Is it Tuco? Has that been confirmed?
Pretty sure. Yeah.
See, one of my big problems about the first season is it had this kind of awkward pacing to it, where it had some magnificent adventure, then they like went inside a city and just stuff happened that wasn't on the same level as the magnificent adventure that preceded and succeeded it.
No, yeah,
So-
but, like, in spite of that, I still felt like the pacing stuff, it was still like a continuous breakneck pace of just really good entertainment. Like, I don't think much of it outside of that, but sitting down and watching it was probably the most fun I had week to week.
Yeah. So I'm so genuinely like I'm putting so many eggs into the Virgin Soul basket. Like, I need this to be good.
Dude, the new girl, I don't know if you've watched, like, the promotional videos.
Oh,
the new
yeah,
girl
yeah.
She looks super good.
It's so good, like fun protagonists. I love it.
It's just like people that are fun to watch. It's really that simple.
Yeah.
And the way
And
it's just like
we had Favreau in the first season, and now
He's back?
we got what's the new protagonist's name?
no idea.
Yeah, I did.
All I know is she's cute, and that's good enough for me. And, like, she has really good anime faces, so I am on board.
Yep.
And it's like it's odd to say, I guess, because it's a fantasy, but it feels so hopelessly nostalgic for that sort of fantasy world. It really wants to embrace the fantasy. It doesn't want to just be fantasy and let that be it. It doesn't want to let that idea stand still. It wants to be high octane fantasy. It mixes, like, angels, devils, zombies, just the most random of stuff together, and it works well. Like, and it all boils down to a reasonably cohesive story, considering, like, it's based on a mobile game.
Yeah. The thing that I like to compare it to is Rage of Bahamut could be a Dungeons and Dragons game. Like, it's got that sort of ridiculousness. It's got people adding in just stupid things, but still trying to keep that serious fantasy world and still trying to immerse yourself in it whilst adding the craziest and most entertaining parts to it.
It's like, compare it to another show that was supposed to air next season, but is airing this season, Grand Blue Fantasy. Like, I like the game, Mostly because it did a crossover with Idolmaster, and that's the main reason I played it. I'll play
It's
anything
not
that has a crossover.
airing. It's not airing this season. They just aired 2 episodes as a special in January.
Wait, what? No, what?
Yeah, only 2 episodes came out this season. It starts again next season, like the full
I know.
thing.
We're talking about spring. It's starting spring.
Oh, sorry. When you said this season, I thought you meant winter.
No, my bad. Yeah, I guess I can see that being confusing. No, it's coming. It's coming with every production problem along with it.
Oh, don't say that.
Did the delay not help it?
I mean, you'd hope, but like delays like don't always ensure that you're gonna have the talent to actually make everything come together in the way that you wanted it to. Like the fact that they had to delay it at all just shows that it was already on a terrible, terrible schedule. So delaying it just another 12 weeks isn't probably going to help it that much. Especially since the like episode 0 sort of thing they did probably just was the first episode. So they had to probably make another episode because they have to fill the time slot. There's a lot of stuff, but just the production's not going to be good. Like there's no way. If it is, just stab me in the back. I know nothing.
It's just kind of awkward because the character designer is Toshifumi Akai, who did a load of Idolmaster, most well known as the director of Shelter, and just those usually his character designs just kind of
not as many lines.
Yeah, not as many lines. Easy to animate, easy to get into. Just bring on the right staff and they can kind of make the move and you can get some sort of like consistency with it without super talents.
This is something to be blamed on like the producer, because I bet there was some producer who wanted to keep, or it might even just be Cygames themselves, they wanted to keep that very specific art style that Grand Blue has, which is a really detailed, beautiful art style, but isn't exactly something, well, suitable for animation. Like,
yeah, there's some great line work, but yeah, there's too many.
It's good to have good line work and to have like shots that look nice, but when it's not moving, it's kind of boring. It's kind of defeats the point of being an animation at that point.
Yeah,
I mean that's probably the case. The designs look really different from what he normally does, like Kokoro Connect and Sound of the Sky.
No, yeah, I feel like he was like asked specifically to do specific designs, and maybe he didn't like that because he's not staying as animation director, despite most character designers tending to do that.
Oh, isn't he?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he
No, he's not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he left. Which good for him because look at what the project ended up being like.
Yeah. Got to do Shelter 2, please.
Hey, hopefully Shelter's nice.
Yeah.
Shelter 2.
Well, not Shelter 2, but you know what I mean.
Sheltered harder.
More music videos, because those are my favourite sorts of videos.
There's lots of good ones.
So, Seven Deadly Sins is coming back. Actually, it's not. It's Sin 7 Deadly Sins.
So, did you actually want to talk about Sin Nanatsu no Taizai?
Might as well.
I just wanted to mention that the director of Yushibu is doing it.
Oh, God bless.
Yeah. It looks like a Suckabai show.
No,
but
from what I know of it, it's sort of like an idol thing. Like, where they have a lot of different character designs. I think every episode is going to focus on a specific character, and they're all, like, sort of like... Because the first PV was just this, like, metallic, single-girl idol. Just hardcore fucking metal, like, Brutal Legend video game type shit. Like, it looks really cool, but... who knows what it is? It's like,
I mean, it might be a good show.
You know the person who did what was his name? Callum, do you know the? I know, Matt. There's no way you know this. Do you know the Isuka ED? ISUCA, that series.
Oh, God,
no one watched that. No one watched that, and you shouldn't have. I watched it.
Oh, I saw Isuka.
Wait, did you? Do you remember the ED? The guy who did the ED. I'm pretty sure he did the PV. Like that. His name escapes me, but I really like him. He is very good.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I have
the
no
name.
He just
idea
has
who you're talking about.
a very specific.
I don't
like,
even remember the Issaka ED. I actually don't know if I got that
Maybe
far.
it was the OP. It's been a while. Regardless, like that's the only thing I know about that series. It's like there's really nothing to know about it. So thanks for bringing it up, Matt, so I could talk about nothing.
All right, sure. What about the new Studio Zebek show, Clockwork Planet?
Oh, that's something that people
That's
actually really
super
like.
popular.
Yeah,
Like,
I haven't read. It's one of the few things that I haven't like actually read like the source material for from this season. But a lot of people say it's really good.
when
Yeah, the episode director for Keijo is on it. He's done Nyarko-san.
Oh, seriously?
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
Like a season 3 of that
I wish.
someday. I like what I know about this is nothing. So thank you, Matt.
All right, fuck you. Okay, fine. Sakura Quest.
Okay, that's a
The
good show.
upcoming PA work show.
That's
which
something
is,
I
yeah.
could probably use words to talk about.
It's
Thank you,
Thanks.
Mr. RCAnime.
it's part of the new working sort of franchise that PA Works is trying to develop.
I'm not even sure if it's a franchise. It's just
Well, it's not a franchise isn't the correct word, but sort of this image
This
Yeah,
this kind of workplace sort of drama
setting,
that
yeah.
they've been going for.
That's following up on Hanasaku Iroha and Shirobako.
yeah. You and me, Matt. We both talked
Yeah.
to Kenji Horikawa,
Yeah, we
and
we know about
I
it.
got
Yeah,
a
we-
picture with
We
you.
exclusively know
we've
about
got the
it.
inside look. We knew about this show years ago. We
Dude,
didn't.
I saw no one noticed him because he's because who's gonna notice the CEO of PA Works like at AX? I noticed him. No, he was just walking through the crowd like normal, and I was the only one. I was like, "Does no one know who this is?" I walked up to him. I was like, "Can I get a photo?" He was like so shocked. He was so taken aback. He was like, "How the fuck do you know who I am?" He just nodded his head, and I was like, "Hey." I don't think I ever tweeted that photo.
Yeah, you haven't
he's
even
a
showed
cute
us
guy.
that picture.
We'll toss it in here.
I never tweeted it because I took it on like my actual camera, and I'm lazy getting that like off of the hard drive and stuff. But no, that was really funny, and he's a cute guy, and he's like really electrified about making like cool shows.
Yeah.
You guys actually talked to him, so you can talk about more than me.
Well, one of the things he was talking about is that that this is kind of just the sort of series that he's always trying to get approved, that he's always trying to get shows like Shirobako, Hanasaki Iroha, that sort of like having adult characters working is just one of his big things. And
Yeah, he likes that idea of when a person is at work, when they come back home and they can watch something optimistic about someone's occupation, because I guess Japan isn't the most, happiest country in the world. So,
Dude, I love Japan. Fuck their work culture.
yeah.
Yeah, but Shirobako, Sakura Quest, it's all to give this sense of optimism to the working force in the whole country. So essentially, it's sort of a movement that definitely not many other people are doing.
It's just like Shirobako. Like from what I can tell, it's just like Shirobako, where it wants people to watch it and offer poignant reflections to them about finding your place in the workplace. Finding, like, it's not the most grand of places, but in the greater, like, who cares about the greater scheme of things? It's your life. It's about grappling with what you have, with where you are. And it erupts into a show about constant maturing. That is what Shirobako was, and this just appears to be playing off of that. And I'll take any show like that any day. I am super happy to get more stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and the main character even looks like Aomiyamori's sister.
Dude, good. Miyamori's hot. I can say that without people looking at me weird, because she's an adult.
Yeah, she's 21, legal.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the
Is it-
insight. I'm glad you've done the research.
No, but also Sakura Quest is also touching on something that is really important that's going on in Japan right now. It's
Tourism.
Talking about not just tourism. It's also talking about the huge migration from the rural area into the city, which has been leaving this sort of decrepit setting around Japan, rural Japan.
You should have slept more, Matt.
Because I should have slept more. I just woke up.
He only got like 5 hours of sleep, guys. His voice sucks, but
Yeah.
give me a break.
What was I gonna say? Like, having been to rural Japan, having been stuck there for 2 hours because the train doesn't ever fucking come. Yeah, buildings are really run down there, and a lot of rural Japan is actually really deserted. It looks like the design and integration of it into nature is beautiful, but there's no one there to experience it besides old people.
It's depressing. Like, it looks beautiful. It's like when you watch Nanabura, you're like, oh, that's so cute and awesome. Oh my god, I love this. I'd love to visit. No one lives there. It is dead.
Countryside Japan looks like what it does in Nananbyuri without the people. And that's a lot. Of course, that's because a lot of people are moving into Tokyo, Osaka, and Fukuoka, all that jazz. So the Japanese government have been constantly trying to get people to move back into the cities by building big malls and even...
You mean the rural areas?
The rural areas.
Okay.
The little tiny suburbs and all that, the small towns. And the Japanese government has gone so far as to deleting certain cities off the map and just having them form into other neighboring towns. So the population grows enough for 10 towns to become a metropolis.
Oh.
Dude, can you blame them after they fucking made Higurashi?
That's what happened. That airs on TV. Everyone in the country just heads straight to Tokyo.
When that aired, there was a lot of controversy around it, actually. Like, I'm pretty sure it was delayed a lot of times for specific things and all that. Still.
Because of murders and all that?
Yeah.
Or just like...
No, it was because of all the cute moments in Higurashi, man. They couldn't show that on TV.
Oh, well... You know, it was ahead of its time.
Man, I'm sorry. I'm feeling sassy right now. It's... Like... I don't know. Comparing Sakura Quest to Shirobako is fair in, like, that regard, but, like, staff's completely different.
Oh, absolutely. There is no Mizushima.
The director hasn't even really touched anything by PA Works.
No, yeah. The last work he did was, Chaika, I think?
No, Final Fantasy 15. The Brotherhoods. The, miniseries.
Don't that.
I quite liked it.
Is that anime?
I still gotta finish it.
Anime. It's not great, but it's got some fun moments. I liked it.
No, it's like I'm not gonna give it. I'm not just gonna be like, man, the worst anime ever created. It's like it's Final Fantasy 15 like prequel thing. Who cares? The fact that it exists at all though is just.
He's got a good resume. He's got a good resume.
He does. Like, I mean, has he really done much like this though? From what I know, no.
No, he works a lot with Bones.
The series composition, the writer, he's done ReZero and Shimoneta, so that guy's also been doing random stuff.
He did I think I know that guy. I know who you're talking about because I was looking at this like earlier. I think he also did like Hatsuro Mausama, which could work, even though that's not really like. I mean, that's a workplace drama in a sense, I guess.
Yokotani, that's the free guy.
I don't know if I'd use the word drama, but
I mean, there's drama sometimes. When they do the whole Devil versus thing.
It's got one of my favorite character designers on it.
Well, yeah, Sekiguchi does everything with... Well, not everything with PA Works, but...
No, not everything with PA Works. She just has that sort of very distinct PA Works aesthetic, because PA Works has pretty much monopolized that look from her. Shirobako Girls look good, so probably the Sakura Quest will follow up on that.
I look forward to the art books. Because it's not going to move.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That show is not going to move.
The animation isn't going to be...
There will be 3D scenes, probably. Because...
We're still on Sakura Quest, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Because there's a Centric Family too as well. The last time PA Works did two simultaneous...
Oh, no. The Eccentric Family will hopefully look as good as the first season.
Hopefully, man. The first season's beautiful, but... Like, this is like the first time PA... Not the first time, because they've done it before. I cannot remember. I'm sorry, guys. I've been watching seasonal anime for 7 years. I can't remember the exact fucking moment. I think it was Red Data Girl and another show where they had two simultaneous productions. So, I mean, they've kind of strayed away from that because they don't really have the manpower to do it.
Yeah.
PA Works has been really anal about trying to sell its image as a sort of an in-house
but
studio,
it isn't.
like mirroring KyoAni, but it's not.
They
so.
really, really want to be, and they are working really, really hard to be that.
No, it's good to work towards that. It's a good place to be. Just like
the way they're working towards that, well, it's interesting.
To be fair, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the thing where the in-betweener was like being charged to work there almost.
I mean, I know other studios do that. Like
IG, all of IG's.
Probably every other studio does that.
No, everyone pretty much does, but it's like, yeah, it's not cool. That was a while ago now.
Yeah, there was someone saying like specifically that it's kind of like a trend that if you're training at a studio and after 3 years, if you don't pass like the exam or test to become a key animator, then you start having to like you paid to use the desk and remain at the studio because they kind of have this thing where they don't want to tell you you're not good enough, leave. So it's a passive aggressive corporate structure.
No, it's shitty.
And if anyone knows about passive aggressiveness more than Callum, well,
guys, eccentric family though.
I swear to God, like all this needs to do is have Toshiyuki Inoue, and it's fucking set. Like the guy,
I can't believe it's actually happening.
I
didn't realize that the first season did well enough.
I don't think it did. I think
it did either. I think they just wanted to.
The author really wanted to do it. I think PA Works staff really, really wanted to do it. The director, Masayuki Yoshihara, is the head of PA Works animation department. So he kind of has some influence, hopefully. And I'm just so fucking glad because I ended up watching The Eccentric Family first season late last year. If it's a passion
project, then it's a lot more hopeful then, I guess.
Yeah, Toshiyuki Inoue is kind of like this big part of the first season, but he's been working on Hiruna Hime or Ancient and the Magic Tablet or whatever the fuck that name is. So, like,
I mean,
all
that's
of
probably
the best
all done
scenes.
on production.
Yeah.
So
Hey, I'm watching that this Sunday.
Tell me, we'll record the next AniPod and talk about it.
Oh, don't.
I'm joking. We never record AniPod.
No, we don't even talk to each other.
I don't.
This podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's work. Remember that.
It's serious business.
I don't see you guys as friends.
Same. I fucking hate you, guys. Eccentric family, like
we are the eccentric family, guys.
Thank God.
Us three. Callum's the frog in the well.
Yeah. He's my favorite character.
Okay. Eccentric guys.
Of course.
Listeners, I'm going to talk to you because these two aren't listening to me. Eccentric family.
You just keep saying the eccentric family.
Really good because I want to continue, but then you guys start talking. It's like I don't want to interrupt them. They're my friends. Oh wait, no, they're not. So I might as well continue. Like, it's a series that whips around from like beat to beat with such perfect focus and delightful insight. But like, it's sort of like top tier American cinema, like Hollywood cinema. Like, there's a lot of I don't like most films, to be honest, like live action films. I'm very picky
because you don't see anything. Fuck you.
There's
Fuck
no
off.
point. There's no point.
They're all Transformers.
Anime's the only good stuff, you know. But like my favorite from like cinema, live action cinema, is stories that really stick with me. Like all those years later, and the Eccentric Family did this. Is when a series really knows how to stay on a moment and not just cut away and move from it. Because like Eccentric Family, I feel like if I was watching another series, like I don't know, a kind of cookie cutter light novel adaptation of not a very good light novel, because light novels are just novels, and I don't like people who kind of shove that idea that light novels are bad down the throats of people. It just feels like a series that doesn't cut away from its best moments as soon as possible. It really stays on them, and it's just so lovely. It's just so lovely.
Yeah,
It's-
like that scene of them on the rooftop.
It's just so much more interested in the abstract and the thematic presentation of the ideas than through the use of like traditional narrative. It's you step into its gaze, and you just find it so goddamn hypnotic, strange, and just visceral because it is so different from most other things. And the fact it's getting a second season, despite being like this, despite being like. Just it aired in the same season as Kyosugiga. It's just like Kyosugiga in that sense, just like a bit more structured, I guess. It's just I love Eccentric Family. I'm so glad it's back. There's just so many things to say about it. But
It's a fantasy. It creates a fantasy world in what is just Kyoto, but it makes Kyoto come alive. There's moments where you just see everyone walking
it
around.
captures Kyoto so well. The Gion district in Kyoto, oh my god, it's really accurate, but it also
It's a magic
it uses a lot of night setting to also add a level of mystique to it. And the Eccentric Family is one of the rare shows that, like, a lot of stuff take from real life locations, but not many of them normally add the real life location as its own, I guess you could say, even a character. And the Eccentric Family has Kyoto act as this sort of vessel for every single thing that really happens together. It like brings in all these locations, and they all matter in a sense. They're all used for a specific purpose, and that's really rare because a lot of the times it's just toss it into a high school, toss it into some high fantasy small town, and just work around made-up settings there that maybe generally don't serve too much purpose as a setting besides being the obligatory place for characters to be.
it's like settings
But
don't
the
always have to service like it's
They
not
don't
it's not
always,
necessary, but when they do, it adds
It
a
adds
lot.
a nice layer of narrative density to it.
It just Eccentric Family just pieces together a portrait of such fractured identity with a cast as vivid as the show's own aesthetics. Because of Callum, say his name again, it's escaped me as soon as I'm getting like I was saying something really good there.
Masayuki
And then I
Yoshihara,
fucked it up.
Toshiyuki Inoue, Korikawa,
The master animator, Callum.
Toshiyuki Inoue.
Wait, is Inoue on this?
Hopefully.
He was on the first season, like, as a lot, because he's good friends with Masayuki Yoshihara. They've worked together in the past on a lot of things. So I'm confident that Inoue is on this. He doesn't go on TV anime much, but he turns up at
It's a waste,
PA Works
honestly.
occasionally. Oh god, he's too good for it. Like he's outdoing some of like the greatest films being produced, and then suddenly just like, oh, PA Works, you got a new show. Oh, can I do a bit of animation? Can I animate that naked guy in Kurumokuro? Actually happened.
Kiramoko is good.
Yeah.
Never forget.
Just, like, do we even need to, like, end this podcast asking, so what's the show you're looking forward to the most? Because I think
this
we've all just...
this is it.
We found a consensus.
Yeah, this is the better sequel in relation to the other ones.
Wow. You're not wrong, but wow. Like, dude,
Yeah.
you already...
I mean, come on.
Dude,
Like,
come on. Psychono Season 2?
I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, I really like the first half of
Alright,
Psychono.
Matt, let me be real with you. Anime adapts volumes 1 to 4, okay? Volumes
Yeah.
5 to 7, I wanted to kill myself after I read them because I was so sad that the next novel wasn't out because I wanted to read more. Like, it gets so
it's
much
good.
better.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was
No.
the opposite.
No, the only thing from this season that makes me want to kill myself is Matt's voice.
Same, man, same.
Psychono Season 2, though, like, really. Like, I don't know if you guys... I'm sorry to move away from Eccentric Family, because it is so good, but, it is something we can talk about for ages, and this is, like, kind of a... We usually talk about as much stuff as we possibly can, and there's a lot of stuff this season. Like, there's a ridiculous amount of anime this season. It's like 50 shows.
But yeah, Psychono is one of those general. It's sort of this like you could even, I guess you could call it a subgenre of anime making fun of anime, or just it's trying to be really self-aware of its fandom and sort of try to bring out the experiences of being a part of that fandom into the show's narrative, into the show scenario. Some do it really well. Saikano, I felt, did some of that really well, especially in the beginning, and it sort of delved away from that at the end. But if what Glen says,
there's a lot of like I don't have to tell you guys this. There's a lot of anime-isms that bring it down altogether. But like if you're like me and you like those anime-isms, like I look at those anime-isms and I know that I personally don't mind them a lot of the time, and I can really enjoy them, but I know that others don't, so I always look at it from that sort of frame. And, like, these other volumes really kind of flip the table. Like, they're not, like, I'm not saying it's going to be some, like, grand, massive change that makes Saikano, it's not going to make people who didn't like the first season absolutely adore it, but it's good stuff. It really is.
What sort of stuff? Like in regards to the drama or into the game creation
relationships.
itself? Okay.
No, not the game. Like it's
because I was actually kind of interested in how they were making the game.
It sticks to that, but like a lot of the drama is always based around that. So like the game ends up having a lot of issues, you know, because like they're having issues with the relationships with each other. It's so good, just not where you normally expect it. Like, I'm really looking forward to it.
I mean, I still think the character of Megumi is genius.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of trying to get this real-life personality in instead of an anime typical personality, and toss her in relation to the other girls and the other characters. I thought that was probably the best concept in Saikano.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see where season 2 goes, I guess.
Aries good. Fuck you.
You only like her because she has fucking twin tails.
I will not confirm or deny that allegation. She's super good. That's all you need to know. Like I don't have much.
No, I like her. I like her, but you only like her because of twin tails.
That's not true.
It's so superficial.
No, it's not. I love her for everything that she is. Everything that she's gonna become. All right. She's everything to me. Talking about light novel adaptations, there's a certain light novel coming out, guys. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Glen the animation?
Fuck you, I was gonna get to it. Oh. Yeah, there's a light novel like Akash, the Magic Records is just what I call it, because that's a lot easier.
Akashi, yeah, I'm not gonna try either.
Liden Films stole Studio Pablo from Little Witch Academia's TV series. God bless. Thank you, big OG in the sky. If you are up there, I'm just gonna talk to Madoka instead. Hey Madoka, my girl, thank you for this, because this is Glen the animation. The main character, Glen Radars, is me. It's me, an incompetent, lazy person. Woo! I love anime.
Jesus Christ!
I'm so happy.
Escapism. Now I have to see Glen.
No, it's not. It's good. It's good. I fucking. Instead of like doing the thing and like reading the highly regarded novels in Japanese, I spent so much of my stupid fucking free time sitting there and practicing Japanese, reading the fucking novels because no one's translated them. And they're alright. They're alright. I wouldn't recommend them, but they're fine, and that's good enough for me.
You heard it yourself, according to Glen's broken translations.
I bet he just rewrote the whole thing. It's like, I don't care what this is in Japanese.
No, I just self-inserted.
He went to Wendy's.
I just self-inserted myself while reading it, to be honest. I was just like, oh, this means he's incompetent? Let's put competent. It really is okay. Like, for, like, what you expect of it, like, it has a lot of shitty parts. Like, it has a lot of shitty things that I prefer to not exist in it. But, like, when it's good, it's pretty good. Like, it's just like, the anime could be alright. Alright.
Does it actually...
Okay, let me be serious.
Does it actually have Studio Pablo on it?
Yeah. Backgrounds.
Oh, what are they doing there?
because they know, that's why I was like talking to Madoka over there, like Madoka calling
I
me.
thought they were
like,
going to
hey.
do something good. I was like, oh, they're not a Little Witch Academia, but they'll
Alright,
be...
dude, it doesn't avoid all those anime cliches that people like just love to hate, and it's like for good reason a lot of the time, but it's really comfortable with what it is, and it's like, it was enjoyable. All right, it just kind of embraced the inherent silliness of those anime-isms, and it's kind of well executed at parts. And the direction, like from the PVs, the direction actually looks like it's pretty good. Like this guy, I assume it's a pseudonym, but he's not directed. He hasn't done anything. It's a name that doesn't exist, so it's a pseudonym. And who knows who he is? But the direction looks snappy. It could be good. Like nothing else to say about it besides, I am the main character, so
Great.
I'm very happy.
I can connect with your love of shitty light novels, though, because I do the same thing with J Novel Club. Because,
dude, they're great.
Yeah, they're absolutely great. Like, just I find the stupidest premise you can find and just read the first chapter, and it's genuinely the best time.
Oh yeah, Glen took me on a journey with light novel adaptations recently.
Oh, okay.
Did I?
Yeah, all of those shows that you told me to watch.
Oh yeah.
All of them were light novel adaptations.
Yeah, you asked me.
That was a journey.
Princess Lover was a visual novel adaptation.
Okay.
But yeah, for the most part, you were like, give me anime Rex, and I was like, dude, I know you haven't watched these shitty light novel adaptations. They're great.
What shows do you watch?
I would say my favorite out of all of them was probably Oda Nobunaga.
Oh,
Dude,
Oda
it's so
Nobunaga
good.
is great.
It is great. Season 2 when?
Oh man, so annoying.
Another thing that's like novels getting adapted. Sagrada Reset. I don't know if you guys know anything about that.
So, tell us about it, Glenn.
Now I kind of feel bad because I just realized that I just talked about like the Glen show for so long. I was just like saying my own.
No.
No, just tell us about it.
Yeah.
And do you know anything about David Production?
David
like
Production.
Like this,
That's the studio.
That's the JoJo
tagged
people.
to it.
and also
Okay.
the Monster Hunter anime, right? Ride On or whatever. So like Sagrada Reset, based off the name, what do you think it is?
Is it another one of those series where they go back in time and
it's another
redo days?
series where reset happens. They go back in time. No, it's
Yo,
it's
this
good.
why didn't this come out when Rewrite, ReZero, and Relife were
would've been
all
perfect.
happening at
Would've
the
been
same
perfect.
time?
Sagrada Reset though, like ignore all those. Those are all bad. This is good. It's imagine, like I like ReZero a lot. Imagine if ReZero laid the groundwork of the character relationships before it went into its whole spiel. You get me? Like I like ReZero.
Oh
a lot,
yeah.
but just, like,
So like setting up the premise before.
it's very much more focused. Like it has superpowers and shit. Like it has some like those silly abilities stuff going on, but the whole premise of it is like the consequences that come with those powers, and I'm trying not to spoil. Like I keep on like at the tip of my tongue. I'm just like, oh wait, that's a complete fucking spoiler. Like why would anyone know this? Because who isn't read Sagrada Reset? It's being done by the director of Tanaka-kun and Namnanguri, I think. And that's a very good pick because it's so much more relaxed than any other sort of time rewind series. And it's very good because of that. It's just very grounded and restrained in comparison to anything else, despite having this sort of silly superpower thing going on. And there's just a devastating irony to everything that happens, to the very specific character's ethos, and it just works out really well. It's good. I can't go on it more than that because it's just a lot of spoiler stuff. It's very easy. It's a series that you can easily spoil, but I just want to say that you two should watch it when it starts airing. It's 2 by the way. Thank God.
Okay, is it that sort of story that can only be told through 24
No, it can be.
episodes.
I mean, like it can do one cur, but like I'm just super happy it's 2 cur. Any series you guys want to talk about before I steal the spotlight? And
Honestly, I came into this with, I want to talk about the eccentric family. Hopefully we do, and we've talked about the eccentric family.
I mean, we all love it. So
this season has some interesting stuff. I feel like there's like that like handful of really big projects that were highly anticipated, but then there's also a lot of stuff that could really just fall under the wave. I mean, there's this one show that I'm looking at right now, Alice to Zoroku.
Oh no, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that actually. I haven't read it, but just like everything it's about, I'm super into it. It's just like kind of another family story along the lines of like say Usagi Drop and what was that more recent one? Sweetness and Lightning. Sort of that.
Let's just hope she doesn't marry the guy.
Sort of, hopefully, he's pretty old. Like I'm pretty sure when she gets to be 18, he'll be fucking dead.
It's the Flying Witch director as well.
Yeah. That.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love Flying Witch, man.
Everyone loves Flying Witch.
Like, there's some superpower stuff that doesn't exactly like. I'm wondering how that like blends into it, and I really hope.
I mean, it might be like magic realism, and I really like magic realism.
No, it could be like Flying Witch,
they take
where
the
like
right naturalistic approach to it.
It has the magic, but it's just super restrained with it. It's like it's not the core theme of the series. Like it looks.
Yeah, but it just adds so much color into the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like the best moments of Flying Witch were when they were just going through those little tiny rituals, and it's done in such a done in such a calm manner. There's no draw. It never draws attention to the idea of magic. It just feels like this is a natural part of the world. And even when like the witches out themselves to normal people, they just sort of accept it. They don't go on a witch hunt.
Mm-hmm. Like, despite being called Flying Witch, the amount of times they actually ever flew was minimal. And that just...
Like 10 minutes worth of flying in that whole show altogether?
Yeah, it just really goes to show what Flying Witch was really about. And, like, I hope what this kind of follows.
It would have been a hilarious show if it was just, like, about her flying for 12 episodes.
Dude, it was such a weird production, like, in the terms of, like, its promotion, because the Twitter just literally tweeted pictures of the sky.
Oh.
That was all it did. The official Twitter for Flying Witch just tweeted pictures of the sky, like,
Respect.
every day.
That's some
before
subtle
there was, like,
symbolism
any
right
key
there.
visual or anything. It was always just, here's a picture of the sky. I hope you're excited.
That is amazing. That's, like, something that's worthy of a Nobel Prize. How creative is that? That's so...
Matt,
you're genuinely taken aback by this.
No, yeah, dude, this is like the best thing since the Bible.
Did you know that before Pokemon Sun and Moon was announced, the director of the game took a picture of the moon?
Yeah, but he's just copying Flying Witch, so it doesn't have the same magic.
Talking about garbage.
Sugumomo.
You piece of shit! I hate you! I hate you! I hate it so much! How did you know?
Like, I was kind of expecting you to say that as well.
Who? I mean, I've barely talked about...
I know, but when you scroll through it, like, the one that comes across as trashy is Sugumomo.
Glenn, you say you've barely talked about it. You've sent me so many lewd images of the front girl.
No, I haven't. I've told you to read it a lot, but like the anime adaptation, probably not gonna be very. It's really weird. It's being done by Zero G, which is like new studio that did like Battery and stuff. They don't really have a strong staff line, so it was really weird to see them coming out with another production like right after the previous one from this season. I think they're doing. It was like that cooking show that no one's watching.
Callum, I have no idea what you're talking about.
God damn it. It doesn't matter. Regardless, like, I really, really like the manga. And, like, the anime is only going to adapt all the parts that I don't like. So, awesome. Can't wait.
That's the best kind of adaptation, you know?
Yeah, I love it. There's also a original show by Feel, which sadly,
yeah, that one.
it looks almost like Nakamura and like Miyoko Hosoi, like that marriage duo. It almost looks like them, but it isn't.
Oh my
and
fucking god!
It's being
Seiji
directed
Kishi.
by our favorite director, boys, Seiji Kishi. I want to be excited for it, but God, I was looking into it, and I was like, oh, I could probably like this. I'm into adolescence. I love looking back on my life and regretting everything. But
you don't even have to look back. You can just look at yourself right now.
Yeah, true.
I kind of hope that this show is more like the surprise Kishi rather than the general Kishi.
Surprise Kishi never comes. It never comes when you want it.
Kishi has a style. He's not the director with no style, as many people like to say, but he's two people. I think Kishi, like, there's the general Kishi, which you can see in Danganronpa and Assassination Classroom. That's like general Kishi, and then there's surprise Kishi, where he like fucking hits Yuki Yuna and like humanity has declined.
I would be inclined to agree to an extent, but the problem is, I think that his Lurch shows, so that's Rampo Katan, As-Class, Ari Hamatora, all of those shows have the same director of photography or compositing director, as it should be translated.
I know, I feel like it doesn't depend on Kishi.
Yeah, I think it's just him. I think a lot of the things that are attributed to Kishi are a whole other load of factors, and I think Kishi is, I think he's in a couple of interviews that he's just someone who wants to make something entertaining, something enjoyable.
Yeah, but I feel like he does bring something generally to the table. I mean, when you have As-Class, Danganronpa, or other general stuff that he's done, even Angel Beats, it has a certain look to it. Like Rampo Kitan has that as well. It has like a very, very gradient look.
But that's what I'm saying. I think when you connect those,
can you see that anywhere else? That the
I actually think he only works with Kishi. I think he's only worked on Lurch shows with Kishi. I'm probably wrong with that.
Okay, because I'm not a Kishi supporter. I mean, I
pray for Seiji Kishi.
I've only ever liked one show by Kishi, so.
What show was that?
Humanity Has Declined.
Oh yeah, everyone. Who can dislike Humanity Has Declined, to be honest? But yeah, I mean, Kishi's just.
I like to give Kishi the benefit of the doubt. I don't want to think of him as someone who doesn't have anything, but because I don't think any director doesn't have anything. I think that's impossible.
Making something for entertainment is something. It's something that can be easily respected. Because, like, not everything has to be the eccentric family. Not everything has to be
good.
Made by yeah. Like, stuff can be entertaining without, like, appealing to those specific interests of mine and yours. And it's just, like, I think it says a lot that, like, he understands that. It's like most people who do watch TV do not give a fuck. Like, they do not care. If the show's entertaining and it has plot twists, and they're just, like, standard narrative devices, they're fine with that. That's how it works. And he gets that. And occasionally he makes something alright. Usually not because of him, though.
Yeah, probably not. But don't bully Kishi. He's not bad. He's not a bad guy.
We've had way more conversations about Kishi than I like.
Like, yeah, there are too many
like
conversations about him in general.
It's because he does so much. It's because he has such a big catalog of titles that he's done that he gets picked for so many different projects. So it's like Kishi's not going to go anywhere. So we have to talk about him almost.
Yeah, that's the rules.
Isn't there another Clamp series? It isn't like the Brains-based one. What was it? Something Noise. Where is it? Fukumeke Noise.
Fuka 2.
Isn't that Clamp? Please no. I'm pretty sure that's Clamp, and that actually looks kind of good. It does. Oh yeah, it does have the same premise as Fuka for the most part, doesn't it?
It's not a Clamp, no.
It looks like it. I could have sworn. Whatever.
Well, I apologize.
I guess,
you're wrong.
We've been ignoring it this entire time, guys. Let's talk about the big series. Starmuse Season 2.
Okay, finally. I'm glad we're
All right.
High
on
School
board.
Musical,
Yep.
the animation. It is the best show, and I'm so glad it was successful. I'm so glad it's getting Season 2. I cannot wait. You guys should watch that with Zach and I.
I
It's a pleasure.
actually genuinely regret not watching it.
Dude, I'll rewatch. Dude, Zach and I were gonna rewatch Season 1. Dude, there's actually a lot of, like, Ikahara-esque references in Starmue. Like, a ridiculous
Serious?
amount. I am not joking.
I can't wait.
I'm not joking. It
Like
is
Sailor Moon
unbelievable.
sort of references?
Yeah,
Or like Utena?
And
Probably Utena reference.
more
That's usually
more along the
general
lines of
reference that
Utena,
they
yeah,
have
is
for
what
him.
I'd say. It's very apparent. It's very apparent.
Man, I love how you find Ikuhara references in like the most random places.
He's-
Because
he was-
people love Ikahara. They're just gonna like, yeah.
Because
Maybe
Ikuhara's the best.
Okay.
Fucker.
people are just
Like, say that you've never seen a
hopefully-
fucking show by Ikuhara, but you're just like, oh, people love Ikuhara. How about watch fucking Penguin Drum? You're always
Penguin
tweeting
Drum.
out pictures. No, you didn't.
did.
You saw the first episode and you only skipped to the Penguin part. You piece
I
of
edited
shit.
together the entire show, only the penguin parts, and I've had a fantastic time.
So what about recreators?
That's done
Let's
by
not
the
talk
Black
about it.
Lagoon author. Original series.
And some of Aonoa's team is coming back onto that.
Great.
Great.
Got Iaoki, Hiroyuki Sawano, Rei Ryo.
There's nothing to say. I don't want to.
I'm just genuinely so sick of the RE like as a thing in front of any title.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm just so accustomed to it now. I didn't even notice. Holy shit, you're right.
It looks like they're all reply videos. Like someone made a show called Creators, and then these guys were like, "Fucking we can't get away with that." And just went RE Creators.
It looks like an absolutely ridiculous show though, so I'll watch it.
It is. It's one of those.
It has like magical girls, swords, like monsters, dragons, mecha. It's just I
Sawano score.
Sawano score. All adds up.
I guess it's just trying to, deliberately go for that overblown
Oh, totally,
scenery,
totally.
which sometimes can be fun. I feel like I think normally the person who does that pretty well is Imaishi, but I mean, or Yoshinara.
Yoshinari or Nara?
Yoshinari. Japanese is hard. Leave me alone.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I have a bad voice. I sound obnoxious, so leave me alone.
Yeah, we know.
Okay. I will. Hey, Hero Academia Season 2 though.
Looking forward to it.
Fuck off. So.
What's your problem with
what's
Hero
this?
Academia?
Shumatsu nani shite.
No.
I mean, to be fair, Season 1 really wasn't very good. Like, the manga, like, the early parts of Hero Academia
It's a
weren't
slow
that good in the manga
series.
either, but, like...
I
know,
it's just
but
that type
the
of show
slow
that
beats
never will
it's
work
just,
for
it
me.
didn't add anything. The fact of it being slow didn't add anything, besides the fact it was fucking slow.
Yeah, I guess I cannot defend that part, but I don't know.
Like, I was like, I'm okay. Like, I don't really care. Like, Hero Academia Season 2, I'm way more excited for, because the material that comes after is much,
Every
much
time
better.
I've, shown
like-
any sort of doubt towards the future of My Hero Academia, like, even in the first season, people were saying, oh, it's not going to get up to the good bit, but if there's a Season 2, it's going to be amazing, so I've just been sitting here going, oh, okay, I'm hopeful. I am waiting for the really, really cool stuff, because I enjoyed the first season. And I'm sure I'm going to enjoy the second season even more, especially once the Blu-rays come out, because they do so
It's
much
supposedly
fucking
two-ker,
bidding.
so it gets to it gets to some really good stuff because it's supposedly 2-ker. Like, this was something they had planned from the beginning, which who would have thought? Hero Academia, extremely popular
Yeah,
already.
it's
Why not?
Shueisha, like, they're not going to let something just stick with 12 episodes and then go, okay, we're done with that.
I like it though. Matt doesn't.
Cool.
Fair enough.
I think we've pretty much covered all
Alright.
of the things that we want to cover.
You could always talk about that
That
Don
we- that we-
Machi spinoff. Oh, what about this White Fox show, Zero fucking the same title as ReZero without the re.
It's
That was
weird.
the original
It's a weird
one. That
looking
was the
show. I
one
don't know
that
much about it.
ReZero was replying to.
Production troubles
Yeah.
got in the way, so it didn't air first.
Yeah, that was just a
I
joke.
think, like,
So
other than that,
let's wrap up this podcast.
No, it wasn't a joke. No, super serious.
Yeah.
That source claimed
other
by
than
Callum.
that, Natsume's book, season 6.
Season 6.
Good
Damn, that's
Yeah.
Yep. Good series. Danmachi spinoff. Hestia's good. Probably won't be in it. Rest in peace.
I mean, maybe focusing on what's her name more could maybe like bring more out of
Dude,
her.
the people who hang out with, like, blonde, no-talk chick, whatever her name was, like, they were cute. Let's see where it goes with it. Like, I had a friend who said, like, it's not just, like, a spinoff for the sake of being a kind of funny spinoff that doesn't really do much. Supposedly it actually adds to the main story, sort of, but, like, how many people are that invested in the Danmachi's original story? So, you know, I'll watch it, enjoy it. Maybe Hestia will pop up, and... oh, man. I missed that meme. I missed the Hestia meme.
I don't.
strings?
The blue ribbon meme.
I really
Yeah.
don't miss that.
No,
Dude,
come on,
that
that
was
was the
so
best
good.
meme. That was
Memes have gotten worse since that. Come on.
that was a precursor to the Virgin Killer meme.
Oh yeah, the Virgin Killer meme was good. I still can't believe that's called the fucking Virgin Killer sweat. Like, I didn't believe it when people told me. I had to look it up, and I was like, well,
Yeah.
Oh. I guess it makes sense. It's a good sweater. But there we go. We talked about a lot of animes.
Yeah, all of the animes.
Let's wrap it up. Eccentric Family is going to be the best.
Oh yeah,
Probably, hopefully.
maybe Shingeki no Bahamut will kind of like fight it for top place, but
Probably not.
I mean, like I said, like I don't like Eccentric Family is a kind of completely different series.
yeah. So
You know,
it's
I think
awkward
Kyokai no
to
Ren
compare
season
them.
3.
Oh my
might-
god, is that
let's-
happening?
No,
Family.
like it is, but let's not talk about it.
Why is that happening? I feel like we're forgetting something.
Don't know. We talked about all the sequels, so yeah. I mean, we didn't talk about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, the
Vrains,
Yuasa films?
But
No.
no,
it's
we
a
can
sequel.
talk about Yuasa another time. Anyway,
Yeah, we can talk about
yeah.
another time. Whatever it
Thank
is,
you.
I'm sure people will tell us in the comments. Whatever we forgot. If we forgot anything. Night.
Bye.
Good night.